What is up, boys and girls? It is me, Razor Ivy, and today we'll be taking a look at my Ferocious Cup tournament, which was done early in the month. So let's see, I went 5-0 with this. So we have our Contact with Poison Jab, Crunch, Flamethrower, Rambo with Charm, Crunch, Close Combat, Suicune with Snarl, Bubble Beam, Hydro Pump, Aggron with Smackdown, Heavy Slam, Thunder, Linoon with Shadow Claw, Grass Knot, and Dig. And lastly, we have our B-Barrel with Water Gun, Surf, and Hyper Fan. So let's see what happens. This is last minute team. I registered this last minute. So we are up against MasterGeneroso with Alolan Ninetales, Barrel, Umbreon, Nidoking, Linoon, and Ursaring. So what I initially thought was I had a pretty plenty practice with my Suicune, so my go-to lead was Suicune this time of the cup. So let's see what happens. We have our Contact as our safe switch in the back, so let's see what happens. Suicune versus Ursaring. So take a look at my moves and I will explain to you why I did this. I wanted to bubble beam this Ursaring down because counter is pretty high damage and high energy, so this is my answer to that. We have a bit of lag here, but I just basically wanted to bubble beam this Ursaring down so that he will hopefully burn a shield or something, and he did. So he was not familiar with the Suicune matchup, so that switch I think is a mistake because you don't want to switch in some Pokemon against the Suicune because bubble beam spams will just take your damage away from you and you will have nothing to use. So that's a pretty debatable switch. Now we have our Skuntank versus the Linoon. So now I was debating whether or not it is a dig, and it is a dig. So it is fine that we shielded that one because we might have been low or we might have fainted. Now we have our Crunch. We have tons of energy. It will knock the Ursaring down. Now we have the B-Barrel. And we will go for the Crunch because we will go first and we have tons of energy. Now we are trying to go for the bubble beams here, and we have a pretty low B-Barrel. And lastly, this is my endgame with the Smackdown Aggron, and it will pummel through your team if you are not prepared. So now I swapped the flow with the B-Barrel at the back as my safe switch, and with the Granbull to combat against the Ursaring and the Umbreon. So let's take a look at what happens next. So I am still leading with the Suicune. As I have said, I wanted the bubble beam spam because it is just pretty good to pass up. So now we have the same matchup as earlier. Now let's see what happens. We will go for what? We will go for the bubble beam spams. We are trying to bait a shield, that's why we overcharged for the Hydro Pump. Now let's see if we take a shield. We will take a shield. Now let's see what happens. We will go for the Hydro Pump. Will he take this? And he takes it. He thought that it was just a bubble beam, and you will be overwhelmed by how fast Suicune will charge through your team. He will just spam rings, and it's crazy because Snarl is just OP, energy wise. Now we will have our Granbo against the Linu. So let's see what happens. He will switch to the Nidoking. And we will go for this crunch. It is ready, and now we have our B-Barrier up at the back, which will just spray this Nidoking down. It will be an Earth Power, and I think we will go for another Earth Power, but I don't know what happened. Maybe he was going for an Earthquake right here, and I really think that his energy is enough for the Earth Power right there. So now I will go with the same Pokemon as the first match, because I am really comfortable with my safe switch and the Aggron finisher. So that is just basically my strategy this cup. So right here we will go for this matchup, Suicune versus the Linu. Now I really wanted to bait a shield right here. So a quick tip against the Linu matchup, you would want to spam 2 bubble beams, because if you already spam 2 bubble beams, the grass knot will do underwhelming damage to your Suicune because it is not a stab move. So let's see how this plays out. He will go for the shield. Now we will go for another bubble beam. Let's see if he shoots and he shields. That is very confusing because we have our Snarl and we have the Hydro Pump bait with the bubble beam. But now let's see what happens. He will faint because he misused a shield right there earlier, and now we will go for another bubble beam. Why? Because it is not a charm Alolan Ninetales. So let's see what happens. We will take a Psy Shock, which will knock our Suicune down. Now we will go for the Skuntank, and I wanted to bait a shield. I wanted to take a charge move. So let's see what happens. Now we are faced with the Nidoking. We will take an Earth Power. It will probably suck because it is one hit, right? Now we will go for the Crunch right here. Crunch, which will not knock the Nidoking down. Now we will go for another Crunch because we are afraid of the charge attack, which this will probably faint for Alolan Ninetales, and good games MasterGeneroso. So now we are next off with Neilpats team. He has Alolan Ninetales, Linoon, Umbreon, Nidoking, Vaporeon, and Minun. So now I don't know what is running on my mind. I wanted to have a safe switch right there. I wanted Linoon at the back, so I am betting for a miracle. So now we have our Aggron as our lead and Suicune as our finisher. So I wanted him to lead with the Alolan Ninetales, which he did not do. So now I am faced with the Umbreon right here. I don't know what happens. I will lose because of the foul play spams. And right there it will do decent damage. Now I am going to heavy slam this Umbreon down, and I will go for this Suicune because I didn't think he brought the minor. Now I will go for the hydro pump, I think, because he will go he will faint if we went for the hydro pumps. Let's see what happens. And we did a mistake. We should have gone for the hydro pump right there because he didn't shield, or maybe he just read us. So that's that. Props to neilpats, he read us. So now we are up against the Umbreon again. We have two Pokemon who has low HP right now, and we will go for this Thunder right here. See what happens. He will not take it because he has two shields, and when you have two shields, basically you should always use it, right? So right now, let's see what happens. I will not shield. This is probably an Aqua Tail, and it is an Aqua Tail. Let's see if we will get to the Bubble Beam. We will get to the Bubble Beam. Thank God for good IVs, right? Now we will switch to our Union right here. We will go for the Grass Knot. Let's see if we will shield this one. We won't shield this one. So Aqua Tail right there. So I wanted to go for the farm because the only way I'm winning this is if we farm this Vaporeon down, and gladly we did. Now he goes for the moon. I don't know why he didn't switch to this moon when he went for the Suicune, so that's a bad play on his end, and we will go have the discharge too on our face, but we have a shield, so big, will it knock him down? No, but we will knock him down with the Shadow Claw. So now I am sticking to my Suicune lead because I just want to spread the bubble beams, because once you go in with the Suicune, you go for your safe switch just to preserve the bubble beam spams, and that's basically one of my strategies. So the Suicune strat and the Aggron strat. So you will see they are my MVPs this cup in BGC Alliance. So let's see what happens. Did he shield? I think he shielded the Bubble Beam right there, and after the game he said to me that that was a bad play on his part, shielding the Bubble Beam. I don't know, because I think he was spam tapping, so he accidentally clicked on the shield. So that's one of the things you should note while playing the PvP. So you should always mind your taps, okay guys, because it will be like that. Neopat's demise is probably because of the shield, but let's see what happens. I will go for another Bubble Beam. So now he has basically no damage, but let's see what happens. Our bad is probably on switching to Aggron, because we all know that he has a Vaporeon, but another mistake was not throwing the Thunder. So right here we will lose, I think. And now we will take this Aqua Tail, and we will go for the Linoon to farm this Vaporeon down, but he has a shield and he has a full Linoon, and that's why guys, you should try to calculate the things that you will do now. I thought he will go for the Grass Knot, but he was opting for the dig, I guess. So that's why we made a bad play. And he still has a shield, and we will lose this matchup now. So there's that match. We lost because we switched into our Agron when we shouldn't, because we all know that he has a Vaporeon at the back. So that is the job of the safe switch, to be the safe switch. So that is not a good decision on our end. So see what happens. I'm hoping to find the Alola Ninetales, but he is leading with the Vaporeon. Now we are in a bad matchup because, you know, we will get beaten down by the water. So let's see if this is a last resort. It is an Aqua Tail, and I was thinking that he doesn't have the last resort, so that's a good guess on our end. Now we will go for the bubble beam spams. Now what I told you earlier is true, because we will go for the Lino and the grass knot won't do much damage. So let's see. So grass knot, we will shield it first, because we wanted to bubble beam spam again. Now we will go for the switch, but we didn't get to switch, so we will take a grass knot, and we did not faint, and that's the win for us because we did not faint. And now we will decide if we shield this one or not. But this Aggron is tanky, so she will go for the heavy slam and take a shield. So we are even shields right now. Let's see what happens. We will go for the V-Noon, and then will we go for the grass knot. Now thank goodness that he went for the Aqua Tail first, because we decided that we will farm him down. Now he didn't get to the Aqua Tail. Now he will go for the Leaning right here, and we have our Bubble Beam ready at the back. Now he will go for the middle plane. Let's see if he shields this one. He will not shield that one, so a gutsy move by him, because it might have been the dig, right? Now he will go for the poison jabs, but we still have our shield. So let's see what happens. So he got debuffed, so the poison jabs won't do as much. Let's see what happens. Will we win this game? We will win this game with just the red HP. Now GG's neilpats. We have Pick Gardevoir. Next match, who has the Alolan Raticate, Stuntank, Vaporeon, Ninetales, Donphan, and the Minun. So interesting team because he has a counter user, but we will lead with the Suicune because we want this Suicune lead because it will spread the bubble beams super fast. And now we have our Granbull to check the Donphan, Raticate, and the Skuntank. So let's see what happens. So right now, I just wanted to spam the bubble beam. So bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam, bubble beam. So right now, we will not shield this one. It is a Hyper Fang. It will do decent damage. Now we are going for the bait. Let's see if he will shield this one. He does not shield this one. So if he does not shield the bait, you will just go for the bubble beam spams because it is the better play. So right now we will go for no shields and we will get to our Grand Ball. He does not switch quickly. Now we will go for the close combat, I think, but we only need a crunch at this point, so go for the crunch. Go for the crunch. So we hit an excellent, he shields, so we will go for the kill. So our Grand Bull also has decent IV, so that's that. Now we have our opponent Donphan. Let's see what happens. Now we are thankful for the IVs, really, because if not for the IVs, we really did a stupid move switching in to our Sweetling, but you know, counter, so that's, I think, a good play on our end, but it's debatable. So right now we still have a shield. We have our Minu charging up to a grass. Now let's see if this knocks the Donphan out, because it is super effective against it. Let's see what happens. Excellent, and then super effective. Now we take that game. So now we are going for this next match, Grand Ball versus Alolan Raticate. That's good. Now we will go for the charms against this Minun, because you know we want this Minun out of the matchup, because maybe we have the Sweetling at the back. Now let's see what happens. He goes for the Donphan, and he does not have an anti-charm, and that is worth noting that you need an anti-charm this cup, because if not, you will just burn down through the charms, or you will just get charmed down, and that will probably work like a charm for you, for the opponent, if you have no anti-charm. So we are lagging for a bit, and I told him to attack once. Now we will go for the charms, and he still has 2 Pokemon, but I think both are low. So right there we take a charge move, and now we cannot just farm the Alolan Raticate down as he resists our Shadow Claw. So Hyper Fang right there. So we will go for the Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam, Bubble Beam, Bubble Beam, Bubble Beam. Now he will faint, and then we have our Donphan. He has his Donphan. We have our Bubble Beam. So right there you will take that match. So last match, let's see what happens. Aggron versus the Skuntank. And we don't have a preview first, because we were a bit lagging at this point, because we had a couple of restarts. So he will go for the Earthquake right here. We will go for the bait. See what happens. He will read us like a book, and he did read us like a book. Now we have our Bubble Beams right here, so that's that. We will snarl him down, and we will go for this Hydro Pump. Let's see if he shields this one. I don't think he will, but let's see. He does not shield that one. So we are down a shield, but he is down a Pokemon. So Bubble Beam, he will shield that one. So probably he did not count, or he did not know the counts for the Snarl. So let's see what happens. We will go for the Ground Ball right here. We will switch to this Skuntank. And now we have our Crunch. Oh my goodness. We get to the Crunch before he gets to his Crunch. Or maybe was farming us down. But I think it is CMP. So Sludge Bomb right there. So we have our Bubble Beam right here to bring this Skuntank down. Excellent. And bam! It goes down. He will go for the charge attack against our Suicune. And then I will flash attack him down with the smackdown. So there is Stick Gardeva's team. So GG Stick Gardeva, we are up against Hawkchaaaan now. He has Raichu, Nidoqueen, Linoon, a Shelgon, Bibarel, and 90. Alola 90. So I don't know. He all he always loses in my videos, but I really am serious when I tell you he's a top player in the PH. So I am just really lucky. But let's see what happens. Shinies versus Shinies right here. So Agon versus the Linoon. Let's see what happens. He will gross knock me down. I will heavy slam him down. But he has a lot of energy packed right now. So let's see what happens. I will smack him down because I can. So if that big connects, we will probably be KO'd because we are double weak against the ground. So let's see what happens. He will go for the Neopane. Let's go for the heavy slams right here. Heavy slam. So it will do decent damage against the Neopane, and thank goodness again he will get to this heavy slam. He will shield that one, and he will go for this Raichu. I thought that it will be a brick break, but it will be a thunder punch. So we charm him down. Let's charm him down. And we will take this thunder punch to the face. Let's see that. See that poor Ranbo. He was uppercut to the face. So now we will go for the heavy slam, and it will take the Nidoqueen's HP down. So we win game number 1. Now I was thinking maybe, just maybe, he will go for a Shelgon or an Alolan Ninetales. So I wanted to check those. Now I brought a Bibarel because I wanted to take that Nidoqueen out of my sight because it is a threat against my Aggron, as you can see. Now let's see what happens. I wanted to go for the Suicune in this match, but I just went for the Bibarel right here because I think it will be good. So I don't know. This is game number 2 against Hawkchaaaan. Let's see what happens. We will be facing a Bibarel, and I don't know what to do. I just went for this Bibarel swap. I will go for these surfs that Raichu will shield. I don't know. I think I will win this match if I just shield because we have our surf right here. We are ready, and the thunder punch will be shielded. We will surf. So I was just thinking maybe I can beat a Raichu down with just fast attack. So right there, the switch timer just cooled down, and we could have swapped earlier, but now we are going for the Grand Bull right here, and we will be walled by the Nidoqueen, and that's that. If we landed the crunch, this might have been a closer game, but we will go for that Earth Power, and now he will go for a switch to a Surf, and we got pummeled down. So you see how good he is. Now, I don't know. Suicune lead again. I will go for my comfort picks. Now, I just wanted to win, and so we will review our strategy, Suicune, Bubble Beam spams, and then Aggron, Smackdown. So guys, do you think I'm still thinking clearly? The answer is no. How can you think clearly with all the pressure that you are facing in a PvP match? Am I right? So let's see. I will spam the bubble beams right here against this B barrel because we have an Aggron at the back which will probably benefit. Now we will go for this contact switch. This is our safe switch. You will go for the surf. It will do little damage, but we are facing a middle queen right now. We have the energy advantage, so we can probably go for 2 crunches. So right now I think I will shield. Yes, I will shield because that earth power will knock us down. So we should abuse the energy advantage. So excellent right there. He will shield. Let's see what happens. Will we shield again? The answer is no. We will let that Skuntank go. And now we will go for our Suicune. So right now we can just knock him down with just bubble beams and probably a couple of snots. So now we go for the switch at the same time. Let's see what happens. I will shield this one. So the water gun does less damage thanks to the bubble beam. Now we have a charge attack ready. Oh no, we still have one knockdown left for a heavy slam. So right now we will go for this heavy slam. It will be an excellent. He will not shield. It is not very effective. During that time, I didn't know that it is not very effective against the Raichu. So right now he will go for the Thunder Punch. He will swap to the Nido Queen. I think he went for the third shield right here. But he still has one shield and he was really confused then and there. We were both confused and I was just really lucky. So GG's Hawkchaaaan. Now we are going against Sogo Vegeta 11. So before this Ferocious Cup, I was really scared because I never won one round against this guy. So he runs a load of Ninetales, Skuntank, B-Barrel, Linoon, Nidoqueen, and then Raichu. So he is running the Spark Raichu because we went there to the venue. We were buddies during the commute. So yeah, I know. But now I was just really scared. So I was going for my comfort team, the Suicune, the Aggron, and the Skuntank. So right now I was just thinking muscle memory, and really it's just muscle memory from here. Should I add the fact that he reached Ace during season 1? And I don't know. So this is really scary. So I just wanted to compose myself and think clearly and go for the same strategy. So that is my comfort strategy. So this is the highlight of my Ferocious Cup. These three, they are my MVPs, especially that Aggron. It will smack you down if you are not prepared. So let's see what happens. Sogo Vegeta 11. I am scared. So Suicune versus the Raichu. Now I am thinking that Spark Raichu won't be spammy, but we will shield this one. It's a wild charge. It will probably knock us out if we didn't shield that one. So Bubble Beam, his attack will go down, and then we will take whatever it is that is coming. It will be a brick break. It won't do much because he got bubble beamed, and now we are going for the crunches. Excellent, excellent. So right now he will just sacrifice his Raichu. Now we will go for the spam crunch because just gotta spam because flamethrower won't do anything against a big barrel. So let's see what happens. Will we let this one go? We won't let this one go because of the energy advantage. So we will get to the crunch right there and we will go for the sweeping. Now we will go for the bubble beam spams. So the matchup right here, we already talked about it countless times. We will go for the bubble beams. I tried to go for the hydro pump right there, but no. I wanted to go for this one because he will probably go for the grass knot. So you see, that's just CMP. Grass knot won't do much damage. Now we will go for this bubble beam and we will just spam the bubble beams. See what happens. He will just farm us down and he has a complete dig right there, really. But we will go for this Skuntank just to make him spend a shield. Spend energy, sorry guys. So not very effective, and see, that bubble beam did work because it does not damage the Skuntank well. So Grass Knot, see that Grass Knot, brothers? Now we will smack him down, and that's the beauty of the Aggron strat. Your opponent will just not shield combined with the bubble beam, right? Who shields a bubble beam? Who shields a bubble beam? I don't know. Maybe they were not just counting or they don't know the number of counts for the bubble beam, but yeah, bubble beam, smackdown, bubble beam, smackdown, bubble beam, smackdown. So right now we are up against the Linoon, so you want to bait a shield first because hydro pump plus it will be probably CMP. So if he goes for Grass Knot and you go for the charge attack, he will think that that will not be a hydro pump because it's too fast. So right now we will go for the bubble beam spams. So let's see what happens. Will we take this one? We will take this one because I'm pretty confident we will survive this, and then I will go charge for the hydro pump and then switch. So right now he will just go for the Shadow Claws. I will shield this dig. Thank goodness I shielded because if not we will be GG'd. So right now we will go for the crunch. We have energy advantage. Another crunch. So let's see what happens. We will go for the excellent and he will take it now. I think that is not the best move because we can smack him down. Really, we'll just smack him down, and now we will go for this Aggron. So smack him down to knock him down. So right now we are up against the Nido Queen. Will he shield this one? Let's see what happens. We shield this one. He will shield that one, and that is, I think, not the best play. So right now we have our Aggron full HP taking that Earth Power. So don't knock him down because he is double weak against it. Now it's a race to the first charge attack. So I thought that he will not be knocked down by this bubble beam, but he gets knocked down. So I win the round. So game number 3, going with the same team. So I think this will be my losing match against him because I should just probably adjust. whenever possible. So let's see what happens. He will lead with the right shoe, and this is not good. Not good. So I thought that it was too fast for a spark, so it's a brick break. I know that it is a brick break. Thank goodness I have good intuition. So I was about to shield that one, to be honest, and he will shield that bubble beam. I baited him, so he baited me back, and he will go for the I will go for the hydro pump, and he switches to the barrel. This is the outplay. He did a good switch, and I didn't farm my energy back, so that's bad. I should have gone for the snarls because, you know, to bring back my energy, and this is probably another mistake because he will just farm me down with the water gun and we are doomed. But we get to this aggron, we will go for our smackdowns, which will be good because the barrel counters the aggron, but this Raichu runs brick break, brother. Brick break. Brick break. Yeah. Now we are up against the Lino. We need to go for the hydro pump to win, but I guess we should have gone for 2 bubble beams right there because, you know, smackdown will knock you down. Let's see what happens. He will be gone. So that is my Ferocious Cup, guys. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. So if you like my content, just like, share, and subscribe, and it will help me a lot. Sorry for the late update, guys, because it's been a busy month for me. So thank you again, and thank you. I just really wanted to thank you for watching, even though I'm not good at editing. I'm doing my best, so thank you, guys. I love you all. Bye.